Yes, indeed. It's Friday night once
Peace,
again.
peace. Me.
Whew, Friday night, and we're here at the the Shine Vibration podcast. Oh Lord, it's been one of those long weeks. So
Yes.
what's the deal? What's the deal, Shine?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Today was a day. I will just say that. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm not gonna let it do what? Take my shine though. So, you know, I ain't even gonna give the nonsense a even I ain't even gonna feed it any more energy. I think I did enough steaming earlier. We had a conversation earlier anyway, so you already know where I'm at with that.
Right, right. Oh,
But
like I said, thank goodness the day is over.
yeah. It's definitely been like I would say not tiresome, but it's been a lot going on with other things that I got going on, a lot of planning. And when you're dealing with things and planning, it comes along with a lot of different conversations. And sometimes those conversations can be tiring because they usually don't go anywhere. So, when you need to do something and your hands is tied because somebody else didn't do their part,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot of that going on. So it's like you hurry up to get started to stop. And that's a little frustrating. So, you know, gearing up. Shout out to my big sis Sharita. Cause
Rita.
after this, we will be I will be jumping in on the latter half of our double feature with Partners in Rhyme on Clubhouse.
There
So,
you go.
got a lot of things moving. Like we said, 2023, we being intentional. And,
Mm-hmm.
and when I say 2023, all me, that is just a shortened version of I'm I'm claiming and taking everything that's all for me.
Facts.
So
I
that's
love it.
so that's what that all me 2023 stands for.
All
So
right.
that anybody could say that. You wake up in the morning, 2023 is all for me. Like I'm taking everything that's mine, leaving
I
nothing
love
on
it.
the table.
I'm actually gonna try and sneak in there, see, listen to what's going on in there, because I know you guys have some amazing talent that's gonna be showcasing. So I need to go and get my ear full.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, so what's the asking, what's the requirements for the feature? So with the commotion of the day, I'm looking back and forth at the messages, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw 5 and 4, 5 shorties, 4 long ones. I said, so wait, we got to do a total of 9, which is not a problem. But I just was like, dang, I got the podcast to do first, and I don't want to drag it out. But again, I done been on some of those clubhouse joints for like 3 hours.
Yikes!
Because some of these rooms are that popular and they get that many people popping, and it's I ain't even gonna front room. One room, everything was so good. I guess I was just like overstimulated from all the vibes that I passed out, took a nap, woke up, they still was going.
Dang.
And the beauty about it is that it's not visual; it's all audio, so no one will ever
Right.
know unless you accidentally unmute yourself.
Yeah, that would take care of that problem, wouldn't
Exactly. Like, who is on the mic snoring? But
So,
yes, just a lot of, but like again, even though with the stress, when you got a lot of new things coming along, it's never easy. It don't never just fall in your lap and just open up all nice.
mhm,
You got to get a little ruffle and a little bit of waves from everywhere to make sure what you're chasing for you really want. So
right.
I get it, but instead of holding it in, you gotta let that steam off so it doesn't fester and manifest into something else. So
Facts.
I don't believe in transfer of emotion. So sometimes I go in my little and it's like, oh, when I feel like I'm getting hot, in
Mhm.
my way of explaining what's going on, I'll retreat. And then I just be like, okay, let's woosah, relax, relate,
Right.
release, do all that.
No doubt. No doubt. I
So,
was gonna say congratulations. We are at the 17th episode today,
ooh,
and next week's gonna be the 18th, which is our third week. Ooh wee!
and that is the erotic poetry.
Yes,
Yes,
it
yes,
is.
indeed. So,
So
just our guest for the evening is still in. I think he's still en route to
I
get
believe so.
somewhere stable.
Mhm.
But this brother definitely crossed paths in
Oh, he made it to his
okay,
destination.
okay, in
Mhm.
Greensboro and then out in Durham. A lot of the times he reminds me of a lot of the Deaf Poets from Deaf Poetry Jam. Very humble brother. Every time I see him, he comes into the spot, book bag on his back. Regular, I don't want to he's not a regular schmegler, but like real cool brother. And he just
Mhm.
get up there and every time he gets up to spit, it's like so effortlessly and it's
Mhm.
almost even like I know a few times he wasn't expecting to spit. So he
Hmm.
literally just freestyled right there in front of us at the artist block. And
Wow.
and again, this was a reconnection with Sharita and when she was doing Artists for Justice, because I had saw him in Durham and then started seeing him again at their events and didn't even know that they were cool. So um I call this brother the warrior god, even though he is the truth. But unless he alludes to it, this brother is a very, very strong brother. You know, he just came through a mighty battle, and I was holding off. I really wanted him to be like in the first couple of shows, but I wanted to make sure everything was all right with him because I don't like to press people when I know that they're dealing with things. So it looks like he just yeah he's getting
He's coming.
reconnected. So, um, let's get brother Abdullah on here and see what he got for the people.
Sure thing. What's going on, brother? Let's see. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Moving everybody. Yeah, okay.
It's like a signal's not too hot.
Yeah, your connection's kind of nervous, bruh.
Make sure you're on Wi-Fi if you have it.
Cause I know where I live, I'm in a high voltage area. That's what Spectrum tells us and Duke Energy. So I got to deal with that. And I got the business Wi-Fi and everything. How you, beloved? You good? Your connection's better now?
Peace, peace. Yes, everything's a lot better now. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. All right, I'll go ahead and hop out and let you guys chat.
Okay. So, peace, peace, peace. Again, I want you to tell the people first. What do you go by? Because then they'll understand why I call you the warrior guy. Because that's something different. You won't even know that I referred, and whenever me and Sharita's talking, I say, yo, he's the warrior. That's all I've been saying the past couple of months. That's all I've been saying about you. So, the warrior god, that's my name for you when I introduce you.
Um, well, I go by the truth. I'm a street poet. My Islamic name is Abdul Waleed. Um, I studied in the Nation of God as a nurse, so when you break down my stage name, which is the truth, and you intertwine it into my um, rightful name, it will break down the Father God, Truth, Allah, which means as a father, the one that'll fatten her with knowledge, the God being born out of the 7 days, which is all Asiatic black man, the leader in existence, the knowledge, which is to know the edge before you go over the edge. which is going to bring the truth to shine light onto his wisdom, which will shine light onto the understanding, which is the Asiatic child. You know what I mean? So man, woman, son, man, woman, child, man, woman, child. You know, so that's how that breaks all the way down. Whether you go by my Islamic name, my righteous name, or my street name. So,
Um, indeed, beloved. Indeed, I appreciate. See, that's what I love about you, because you ready to just break it down for people to understand, and you know, no one has to ask. And you operate in that truth, and you stand on your square so firm. Because I recognize that the first time I seen you, and I was talking with Sharita, and I just was like, "Yo, I have always been a fan of his ever since the first time I heard you." And when you popped back up in the artist block that night, when you even surprised her, I was like, "This who I've been talking about the whole time." And we were like literally just talking about you earlier that day. So I love how the divine energy works as well in that realm too. So just a little bit, tell folks where you from, how you got
um,
started with the poetry.
um, I'm from, as many people could probably look up and see, I'm from what they, however you want to call it, the Triggy Trade Flow, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, stand on it all day. Born and raised. I done traveled many places, been many places, seen many places, and done many things, seen many things. But Winston will always be home, no matter how crazy it is around here. I'm still gonna rep my city, still love it no matter where I go. They might not rock as hard as I for me and stand with me, but I'm still gonna stand 10 toes. Um, Entertainment wise, 33 years. I'm 43 years of age right now. Out of them 33 years, and if we broke it down to a universal mathematics, understanding years, you got to understand what the years meant and brought. My oldest child is 23. So out of 33 years of entertainment, I got a child that's 23. So, and he's out on all platforms. And he ain't asked for no help. No, he just went and got it on his own, little named Street. And it was like seeing that, it just like pushed me more because every time I be like, I'm done. Ali from Team 41 with DJ Sugar Shay, salute to my brother, you know what I mean? Um, Ali, I went to him, yo, I'm done. He looked at me like, yeah, whatever, man. Hit this blunt, take this shot, and go on in here and show your ass. We was at Joe's in Greensboro. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I had just met him. DJ Small Wonder, like my sister. Shoot, that's how I met Sugar Shack. We going to High Point. Y'all know what she talking about is the legend himself. So when I meet the legend, and he's like, bro, you know what I mean? First time my father, man, Allah rest his soul, ever saw me perform. Shaq went up to my dad like, "What's up, pops?" You know what I mean? So that's how I knew, like, yeah, that's family right there. That just kept me going when I feel like I'm ready to give up, I'm done. They was like, "Nah, you ain't done yet." Every time I talk to Smalls, "You ain't done." I talk to Sharita, aka Verbatim, "You ain't done." Shaq, he got a folder right now of my intro music, anywhere I go. A superhero always gonna have his like theme music. So Shaq got a folder. When
I
something
already
damn
know.
near
I
come
was there that
out.
night. I was there that night when you walked in and shocked everybody. And Sugar Shack looked up at Sharita, and she looked up at him, and he said, "Hold up, wait a minute." I was like, "That is
and,
love. That's love."
and like with Greensboro, I think it was '05. One of my Islamic brothers, Rasul Saeed, real close brother of mine, um, he was like, I had been rapping for so long doing hip hop and R&B. He actually heard me do a poetic piece. So he was like, yo, you a poet. I'm gonna
Hmm.
take you to this Kwanzaa event in Greensboro. No, it wasn't even Kwanzaa event. He was I'm gonna take you to this open mic event on Tate Street. Just be ready. I don't know what I'm finna step into, but I stepped into this place on Tate Street, and it is a youth jazz ensemble in here. I can't lie to y'all, man. Greensboro, North Carolina. I can't like actually call it. It was around '05 or '06. This youth jazz ensemble. I had never performed with a live band. They there. I'm near Tate Street, Greensboro, North Carolina. We birth poetry right there. Me and this youth ensemble, we had never did nothing before. We collaborated right there. And it's like I never looked back. I met Josephus. His brother had actually called me. Some
Yes.
other brothers told him they had saw me perform with this jazz band, gave me their information, and was like, called his brother named Tig, which means trust in God. I called Tig, me and him politics. He's like, yo, we doing this poetry in the backyard. Yo, yeah, you gonna come out. So when I get there, it's poets from all over North Carolina, Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham. And I did not know that I was partaking in history right then and there because it was the
Mm.
last event that Josephus was having in the backyard. And I was like, wow. So when I get there, they're like, yo, it's just 10 over here, 10 over here. And then Josephus come out, he got a stick in his hand. All of a sudden, I'm flashback to New Jack City. Wesley Snipes coming out like, yo, this is what we finna do right here.
He came out on
So
his
I'm
Nino.
like, yeah, and I'm like, okay then. So I'm trying to get the feel for everything. Like I didn't know what I was going into, but I knew that it was like an unspoken beef between the two cities. So I'm like, okay. So I know nobody here. This is my first time meeting Tig face to face. We done spoke on the phone, and I'm meeting Josephus. But from then on out, they said we doing a round robin. Just come out of wherever. That's the first round. So I was like, okay, we're doing a round robin. So they told me just jump in whenever. I done watched three poets ago. Oh man, it's like that feeling double dutch, and I can't even double dutch, y'all. But I jumped in there. That was like one of the greatest feels in the world. And I looked over and actually really recognized who the DJ was, which was DJ Kool Aid at the time. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing her, and she was like telling me about everything going on. Hey, y'all gotta forgive me, but I'm 420 friendly. I'm that equality friendly. So when you see me out, y'all know I got a cloud of smoke. Like my name is Ron Linus or somebody. It's just that's just me. Come on over. We finna get highly medicated. But she's telling me this, so we conversating and going back, and then it just became part of me. I had to do it like I had a message. Like everywhere I go, I'm gonna give you something, and it's like I got to be able to be that voice for some people. Like, yo, I ain't been able to get up there and say that like how you said. And I'm like, okay, you know what? We're gonna make it easy for you the next time. So now it's like I'm having people and meeting people, and I'm just like, come on out here, you know what I mean? And when I first met Crosswords, he had nicknamed me the Little Wayne of the poetry circuit because no
Mm-hmm.
matter where I go, I see somebody performing. We finna remix that piece right here tonight. You done
That's
said
right.
something in that poem. I want to jump on it. I got something, and I'm just gonna give it to you right then and there. And the crowd, they gonna have a damn clue. Hey, y'all, yo, them secrets right there. You just sell my game, but that's something y'all can borrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
and I
you
and
gotta
I
make it
attest
nice.
to it. I've been a witness to it. I see it because every time you would do that, it would take me back to like, the brothers freestyling at the park back home. The
And that was one
ciphers.
like yeah, that's the inspiration. I remember they used to tell me like they're like get in the parking lot and everybody just cipher up right then and there, turn their cars
Hmm.
into a circle so they got no lights. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how you had your battles. Like the loser had to go run out playing traffic. You know what I mean? You couldn't stand up in this cipher, go playing traffic. You don't need to be here right now because we teaching everybody. That's what it is. That's why you can't call us rappers. You know, rappers get out there, they do wasting days throwing their life at the penitentiary. But we trying to teach our people. We trying to rise them up. Each one teach one so we can reach one. You know what I mean?
Indeed, indeed. I am like, I'm so ready to get to jump forward into, but I wonder, is it too early for me to do the blast music artist of the week? Okay, yeah,
Nah,
come on through, Veep, so we could get the blast artist of the week through. Cause
No
I
doubt.
believe, is it who I think it is? Because that is perfect. That is like so. I mean, because of who's on the show and what the
Yeah.
show is about, it's like all
Hmm.
coming together, and that's I just can't wait because he gonna take off. He probably gonna do a freestyle to it. I'm just saying that's how it is.
Not a problem. This is our boy Mike Jeezy. He is the Blast Artist of the Week, and this song is called Energy. Let's check it out.
Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy.
Mike G coming through the crowd raw, big dog. You don't really wanna feel these claws. See, God loves me anyway, despite these flaws. So I gotta get a little buck wild, yeehaw. My God giving y'all the blessing, so I never tap out. No time for stressing. I'm confessing that I'm still learning lessons. When I get knocked down, get up stepping, cause I know how my blessings flow. Started from the ground down to the tiptoe. Holy Spirit, you don't wanna miss this flow, cause I'm talking about you and the whole trio. The Father's on top and they call me mijo. For my Latino, this Jesucristo. My God's bilingual, so if you didn't know, I'ma speak English, mi amigo.
Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy.
Somebody tell me whose man's is this? Flip flop, they crisscross, wanna jump when they plotting the whole twist. Well, hey, Mr. Big Stuff, now tell me who you think you are. Call Gene Knight, cause you know you're dismissed. I got a lot of enemies, they draining my energy, but tell them my energy is inside of my energy. If I'm at a dead end, I'm counting on real friends, the type that will help you and open the Red Sea. Never make a promise that you can't keep. Nobody really likes to bluff, that's a wave so deep. If you're gonna repent, then I suggest an upkeep. And if that energy drained, then throw away the whole thing. Sometimes you gotta cut the cord to keep moving forward, to be a valuable piece within this game and board. What's done in the dark is brought to the light, it's heads or tails. So tell me how you call it, alright? Listen, hot or cold, ain't no man in the middle, cause if it gets spit out, ain't no stopping this riddle. You're headed on a dead end, on a one way. I know you see the sign, read it what the Lord say. On a periodic table, I'm an element, and me and God got a chemistry. So next time you ever think about attacking me, well,
make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy.
I'm living for God for real. I go fishing for real. I'm like a Navy SEAL, toting that Pelican bill. I'm just a kid full of skittles, no riddle, it's simple. I love it with all of my energy. I get empty. In the forefront, I'm up on my tippers. I think I saw Jesus in my dreams. Oh, you don't believe? Oh, that's sweet, honey, please. I get hyped through the night. Oh, my energy gon' spike. Oh, I think I see the light.
Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy, energy, energy.
And that's my boy, Mike Jeezy, with Energy. And if you are an independent artist or even up and coming comedian or spoken word poet that would like to gain some exposure, you can also join blastmusic247.com, be a part of the family, and it is for the free. That's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. And also on top of that, Mike Jeezy will be on the podcast tomorrow, which is called The Liftoff at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central. So you can check him out. All right, guys, back to y'all.
Yes, yes, yes. I love the way he end the song too. Look, see, look, I knew it. I knew it was going to get you. So I have a no. Go ahead. Say what you was gonna say.
I would say that like that whole vibe, like that's what's the name from Motown? How back in the days when he started the Temptations and they gave that background of like, would you spend your last $5 or $10 for that song? And if they
Mhm.
said no, then you back to the studio, that song right there, I spend my last $5 or $10, and you know for a G, that's $10. I need that. You know what I
I
mean?
hear
It
that.
was
I hear that. I
big.
feel the
You
same
know
way
what I
about that
mean?
song.
I
Peace
salute
Street
that.
Shabri. He said that song was fire. Yeah, man, I've been hearing it all week, so I'm good with it. And the reason why I was saying, if you would like to share before you get taken off, um, my reason for why I call you the warrior god is because of what you just conquered. You mind sharing that with the people?
Yeah. So I'm always gonna keep a smile on my face. So for most people who might not know, when I first came back on that scene, came back to the folks, came back, um, it was like one of those things. And Small one, she was telling everybody, "I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing them back. You know what I mean? I'm bringing them back out. I ain't just gonna let them. You know what I'm saying?" And so she kept telling me about the artist block. She was like, "You're going up there. You know what I mean? You're going up there." So I'm like, "Okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what I'm finna step into. I just know it's the artist block. I'm finna go there. You know what I mean?" I conversated on the phone with Shaq a couple of times, but I was working at the time and I was just going like, it was hard for me. Like, if anybody reaches out to me and I don't get right back, don't take it personal. I'm a father of five. I work two jobs. And the beginning of this year has working. I'm going through pain around May. I would have to say it was. Pain was just getting unbearable. I was already going through like a personal issue crisis. So I'm just going through pain. And I would have to credit the mother of one of my kids. Normally, if I'm like, yo, just take me home, just take me home, that's what I want to do. But she like, nah, I'm gonna take you to the hospital. Cause at standing 6'2" and a half, well 6'2", almost 200 some pounds, I'm balled up in the front of her SUV like a newborn baby. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to surprise my son on a visit, but I can't hardly do it because I'm in so much pain. Um, I get back to Winston, but when I wake up, I'm at the emergency room. The doctor's like, we don't know really what's going on, but we think you might have cancer. Nah, y'all, I ain't believing that. So so I get back to I'm staying with my little cousins, like my little brother, but I'm still in pain. I done already started calling everybody, letting them know I'm messaging like I ain't feeling too good. I done told Smalls like I don't know what's going on. And as long as she know me, she know for me to sit down and say something ain't right, then she knows something ain't right. So
Hmm.
it was like less than 7 hours. I'm at another emergency room. I'm on the phone with my youngest son's mom, telling her what's going on because she had just brought me from one emergency room. So she's in a whole nother city. She called me a Uber for me to go to another hospital. I get to the other hospital, they come in like it's a possibility you may have cancer, so we're going to keep you to run some tests. So they ran a test, and a couple of days later, I get out, I go right back to work. I'm working, but I'm still in pain. So one of my jobs, both my jobs, was like maybe 5 minutes from each other in a walking distance of downtown.
Okay.
But it took me 35 minutes to get from my second job to the bus station because I could hardly walk.
Mm.
But pride wouldn't let me reach out and call somebody, or I was like, I'm gonna make this move. So I'm still going through pain. I'm taking all kind of pain pills, and I'm just constantly I'm rolling one after the other, trying to ease this pain. So I leave work one day and I get the phone call, and they like, well, you got stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And so I'm behind the bus station. I got off work, and I'm like, you say what? And
Yeah.
right after she told me, she gave it to me in a conversation form, like it was just, oh, as a matter of fact, this is what's going on. And she like, oh, these people are finna start calling you. So I'm like, hold on, Shorty, what you say? She like,
Mhm.
you have cancer. I was like, huh? She was like, but it's the lesser of the evils. If you would have to choose, this would be the one you would want. So I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, Shorty, who gonna choose cancer? Period. I
Period.
don't give a damn who's gonna choose it. She was like, I know. She was like, it's a blood cancer. It's usually, she like, it's usually curable. So I'm like, and what stage you say this is? Stage four. So now, if I'm not mistaken, stage four means this is critical. Like, you might not come back from this. That's what's like, now this is what's playing in my mind. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got stage four cancer, but I got these 5 kids, and my youngest is 4. And I'm making like they is saluting and going through this. So how can I really, before I tell anybody, how can I go to my kids, starting with my oldest, who is my sidekick, my right hand man? Like how can I tell him? Because he's already done lost a few loved ones. So to tell him his OG, his big homie, his pops, has
Yeah.
stage four cancer, we don't know. So I'm trying to figure out how to tell them. So jokingly, because anybody know me and my oldest, it's like we just talk to each other like we homies. But he sits down there and knows, come get shit get real. Let me call pops. You know what I mean? Yo, pops, this is what's going on. So
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, I owe him that much to tell him because for most of his life, for me, yeah, not to be there when he was younger, it's like we ain't miss a beat. Even though I know for the first 6 years of his life, he ain't even looking at that. He looking at the fact that I'm here now. And so I'm feeling
Mhm.
like Malcolm. By any means, I'm Malcolm and Martin. I'm not going to leave him now. And so it's like, but what I
Gotcha.
tell them, I'm like, we going to smile. We going to have happy thoughts. We ain't thinking nothing negative. So everybody I'm talking to, I'm telling verbatim, yeah, we going to smile.
That's right.
Check, we going to smile. We not gonna think nothing negative. Small, we gonna smile, and she's going with me to every visit. She's right there, seeing firsthand. So she knows the same. She can verify the whole watch it. And my last time at the artist block, I was already in pain. Sharita and them like, yo, you okay? You good? But I'm gonna push through. That was my whole I'm gonna pull through this. And this is before they put the port in me. We already knew it was gonna come. That was like my last fully. I was standing, but really couldn't make it because when they went to the summer months and they was doing the daytime, I couldn't make it because of the radiation. Because I started treatment by then, where they done
Yeah.
put a port in me, and the port had almost killed me. It got infected. So from May to October, it was one of those ups and downs. Like I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Then feel like after every treatment, I'm hugging the toilet, and I hadn't had a drink since April.
Mm.
By August 1st, I stopped smoking cigarettes. Still smoking blacks and still on the equality, but I stopped smoking cigarettes after I'm like, I probably wouldn't even do that no more, you know what I mean? But it was like
Mhm.
still going. And I still had to hold on. Like, I'm not gonna let nothing get me down. I'm still gonna keep a smile on my face. My aunts, everybody's seeing. I still got the smile on my face. I mean, you're not gonna really see the pain. I'd have been as simple as song as the pain. My son and his girlfriend, like, we thought you was gonna just pass out, you know what I mean? But I
Mhm.
kept pushing and I kept pushing, like, not yet. And as it got toward the end, it got more and more shaky, y'all. But I just couldn't give up. Wasn't gonna give up. They took the port out of me. I'm still scarred with it. You can't really see, but when they snatched it, I still got the scars. I'm gonna be stuck with that scar for life. I'll never
Mhm.
be 100% again. But October 12th, I rung that bell. When they took that
That's
port out of
right.
me, they put a PIC line in me, and it's like I said, did that last treatment with the PIC line. and I rung that bell. If you look on my page, you'll
Yep,
see.
I saw
And
it.
they was like, they ain't never seen nobody ring it like that. And October 12th, that was my last treatment. November, they released me to go back to work. December 1st, I went back into my first job. December 21st, I started my second job. Only reason why I didn't work today was because I had got like a little slight sinus infection that I'm fighting, but I'm
Hmm.
almost done. But it's like I go back to work in the morning, but it was like I couldn't give up. December 23rd, my daughter turned 12 years old. Um, she didn't know that I was battling a monster, that I was battling to kill him. She didn't know it, but they told her on her birthday. But she knew cancer's supposed to be a killer. But they told her her daddy was a killer also.
Mm.
So while me and her talking and she crying, I'm like, baby, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. I was like, I'm still here. I'm here with you now. She was like, Daddy, you know what? It ain't really. It's like tears of joy, pretty much, because they always told me you was a killer, Dad. But cancer a killer too, and you fought to kill him, and you beat the killer. So, Daddy, what that make you really?
Hmm. Mm.
Thought about it for a second. Well, baby, you know what? I guess that makes me a killer then, because I just took out a killer. So
And I love the way she broke
it,
that down. And the only reason why she could break it down like that because I know it's the influence you have on her.
yeah, but it broke me. Like, wow. When I felt like giving up. So yeah, it's been she's an AB honor roll, 12 years old. So but she knew it and they sit down and tell her because it's like just like my 4 year old, like he's smart, V4. So that's what I say I couldn't give up. I had to
Yeah, but
fight.
you
So now
you know all of that is also what we those of us that pour extra into our seeds, it manifests in the way that it should. So just the encounters of seeing you at the different events and everything, like I know you are a pourer. I know your seeds, you know what I'm saying? I know they got it. The foundation has definitely been laid for them by you. Um I
and
also want to give a quick shout out to, Lavinia, her daughter. She just did her last treatment today. Tori. She was
blessings,
yeah, so
blessings.
all those of y'all near and dear to me. I'm glad to see y'all extra shining and like your baby said, killing this beast out here in the streets. Um,
Uh,
but now I'm gonna let you take it whichever way you want to go.
uh, um,
You don't I don't have
ooh,
no special requests. However you feeling, I'm gonna just let you take flight.
I got you.
And
And
you
I'm trying
don't
to
have
find.
to censor yourself. It's free will, okay?
Oh shit! Hold on, let me find. I'm trying to find me a base real quick. If my phone about to die, I'm trying to. Oh, I'm coming to. Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right.
I'm trying to find this base so I can keep the connection going. But it's gonna get dark for a brief second, y'all.
That's all right. Oh, he gonna have to log back in.
So I'll keep you company till he comes back.
Yeah, but when I tell you that brother is amazing, like
Yeah, man.
if you could just like everything that he's saying, like I bear witness to,
Mm-hmm.
and everywhere he didn't care, even though he mentioned it was his pride, but it was just like as long as he had his feet, he would walk wherever he had to go, catch a bus, he don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that time, we didn't know until he started to share with us what was going on.
Right. All
Oh,
right.
sorry about that. Sorry about that.
No,
Sorry
you
about that.
good, you good. No apologies needed. But again, whenever you ready to rock, you go on and take flight.
Gotcha. Hey yo, I remember nights from rock bottom. We all had dreams just to get started. What was going to play a part in them? Who would ever knew that little skinny kid playing the pickup game of 5 on 5 with his crew would turn into the god that they knew today? Or who would ever think that that shorty who was walking down the streets would turn into the first baby bomber who helped pave the way for the rest of them? See, these are just the things that most people just didn't pay no attention to. Life and how they was trying to figure out what was making them minute to. Man, she was right there at first hand and was always telling me you wrong for what you're teaching your little man, but I'm just trying to show them ways. And I admit it, y'all. I was wrong for telling them to make sure the door was locked, but I had to work with 4 pots just to make sure the rent was paid, the lights was paid. This was the only way we knew how to make it off for the block, but I never had them there, y'all. But I knew for some of these past sins that I gotta be careful because statute of limitations, it might open up a no case, and I can't let it happen to that. Because I promised my kids I would never again leave this place. And that's how I'm feeling, so I promise you, I'm gonna stay right here, face to face, saluting all of my demons and all of my fears. I'm fighting them all, y'all. I got dreams now. I'm standing 10 toes down, still standing tall, y'all. I ain't gonna let them get me depressed. No, never, none of that. I'm forever gonna twist up and roll back, smoke that, hoping I can feel better on the next pack. And every time they tell me they got some of the best gelato, my best friend is the gas man, so you better understand what I'm standing on. Just to let them know I'm already gone to the Silver Dome, just trying to make my mind gone. And I'm still trying to ask Marvin Gaye what's going on. The many nights I be writing them love letters and hoping that somebody will accept the phone call. And that's how I'm still feeling on the other side of the wall. But these are just some of the memoirs that I will hold standing out from a man of war, still trying to win, still standing from the winds of war, still trying to win a whole war. And every time I look at my battle scars, the scars in life are coming from the scars in life. And I know the scars of life, we're still trying to make it right and still trying to hope each and every time. So every time I talk to one of my past flames, I'm hoping they can forgive me for my past name. But understand, just like Machiavelli, I had to change the whole name just to be going like that. And you can't charge my past to my old life because I no longer live there. I'm still trying to get my life together, believe that. And life is already hard, so if you got to spend time talking about the God, you need to find something else to do on the show. Still screaming out how I feel and still going all out. And that's how I'm teaching my kids until the last breath of me. And I told him and don't judge me. I didn't even have a GED, but I got one now. Plus I got some college cred. And I'm telling you right here, I got my oldest two. They'll walk the stage. My third one, he's in early college. He's at GTCC. And then I'm still looking down. My second, the youngest, she's straight A's and B's. And then my youngest, he's telling me he's going to be a chef or a lawyer, maybe a doctor. All my kids got dreams, so I must have done something right, y'all. Salute to my whole team. I'm loving all y'all. Peace.
Peace, peace, peace. That one, that's one of my favorites anyway. So,
Mhm.
what was I mean, I could tell, but you want to share where you was at when you wrote that one? Or was that one of the
It was
pieces that you
like
just freestyled? Cause you good for that too.
that kind that was like like more like a mixture. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like had to take past life and rewrite over. So a lot of things are going to be recycled that I do, but always you can say is you never hear the same thing, or you never gonna get the same energy. Like I might
Mhm.
bounce over into another state and I'm all bouncing off the walls and everything, and you might see me somewhere else. I'm laid back with a drink in my hand and I'm trying to be boyfriend number two for somebody. So
Oh
but
man, I
that was
wasn't I
one.
wasn't prepared for that line.
Yeah, so but I say that's just like you never know. Like we gonna it's the answer. So yeah, to answer your question, that would be more like a cross between both of them. You know what I mean? But for the inspiration for it though, because even though it might be a freestyle, it's gonna be relevant to what's going on
Indeed.
right then and there. So like would tell her, what I'm saying, my son, like watch the door because if they kick in this door, it's over. You know what I mean? and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
You see what
indeed.
I'm saying? Most people would feel like, well, you wrong for letting him see a witness. Well, yeah, I gotta remember one of my teachers showed me young. You know what I mean? Like, you want it, you gotta go get it. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
that's what I had to do. And it was like, you're not gonna touch it, but just make sure that door locked, don't let nobody through there. And it's one thing, but he ain't touched nothing. Everybody's out the way now. Everybody working, so. But it's just things like that. It
Yeah, I
don't be
mean,
real life because
yeah, folks
I gotta get
forget,
to you.
their beginnings. Folks act like they ain't never seen certain things or they never experienced certain things in their childhood just because they created something different for theirs. Not everybody gets an opportunity to do that early in life, and some never get a chance to make it like that in life. So, it's like humble beginnings, and you know how I go. People act like they above it, they turn their nose down to it, but yet you was once in the thick of it yourself. So
Right,
we
and had
we
and
don't
had to
pass
sit down and
judgment. We
read.
just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So you could go on with the next bit. I'm enjoying it, whichever whichever way you want to go with the next one, go ahead and let it flow. Oh, I think we got technical difficulties again. Now he's frozen.
Oh boy, give him a moment. He'll work it out.
Yeah, it's all right. It's technology.
Yep.
So, in the meantime, have you finished that other
Oh,
piece? You got it ready yet?
I I I did not yet. I need to. I will go over it this week because I this week was nuts. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it, see what's up.
Yeah, because I'm still adding to this piece that I had started. I'm speaking next Saturday for RL's mentoring program Bolt. It's
Okay.
the mom's brunch. I spoke back
Hmm.
in 2017 for Mother's Day event that he had, so he asked me to do it again. You know me, sure. You know,
Dope.
I'm about the people, especially my sisters. You know,
Right.
so I thought I was gonna have it complete today. I might have it complete later, but I thought I was gonna have it complete today to uh, premiere it on the double feature tonight. To
Hmm.
try it out. So, but it's alright. It's alright. I'll get back to finessing it later.
That's what's up. Well, anybody out there that wants to donate to Sunshine, it's right there on the bottom. You hit her up with the Cash App. What a little bit to a lot is definitely helpful for her to advertise and promote and get some more people on here.
That's right.
So we appreciate it. Mm.
And if you
Alright.
want to get in contact with me to get on the show, social media handles Queen Shine on Instagram, Sunshine Cromwell on Facebook, and you can also email me here at shinevibration at blastmusic247.com. I think he has probably, I hope it's not the device. Yeah, he's probably having technical difficulties.
Mm. So what you want to do? You want to hold on a little bit?
I mean, unless we could play another artist.
Let me see here. Let me see if I can bring somebody up. Give me a second. How's it looking?
He's looking.
Let's see what we got here.
Why are you creeping through? You can walk. I appreciate, the seriousness everyone takes when they're at the house during the podcast.
That is appreciated.
Well, man, if you could have just seen my brother, the way he just walked past. He looked like when Elmer Fudd talking about he hunting rabbits. So I'm like, why is you doing that?
Wow. Let me see if this one loads up. Oi! I think I slept with a crook in my neck, and now my neck's been
Yeah, I was
stiff.
gonna ask. I saw you doing that, in the background. I was like, what's going on? Because I know you're not about to, look. I know you're not about to get into the ring, so I'm like, what? You was
Not
like
even
tuning up.
I know my good homeboy is a masseuse for what is it called, Hand and Stone. So he's actually gonna come by and he does deep tissue. So he's gonna beat me up, but I need it.
Yeah, I need one of those too.
All right, I got an artist for us.
Okay.
This is my boy Yamasani, and this one is called The Love Tornado. I don't know if you heard this one, but it's pretty legit.
I haven't heard this one yet.
Let's check it out.
You gotta love yourself. Forward, yeah. You gotta love yourself. Oh, yeah. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself.
Gratitude, I've woken up to see another day. It's time to stretch, then meditate. 5 in the morning and young still asleep. Got my workout and I'm brushing my teeth. It's time to study, it's turning 6. The young in their room still sleeping like bricks. Pray to my spirit God, need an assist. Spirit God told me I'm being too strict. Yelling and screaming too much. Each moment seems like a fuss. Adrenals out of sequence, frequency frequently. So I've been seeking the secrets of us. Spirit God told me I stay on the move and don't make enough room for some breathing and touch. But we can adjust. Spirit God told me to be sure I'm sleeping by dusk and trust. Cause you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else can do it for you, King. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else can do it for you, Queen. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else can do it for you, King. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself.
You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Forward, no one can do it for you. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Forward.
You need some time to do yoga. Tell other priorities to move over. Know who you are when you sober. Put down the liquor, put down the doja just for a day. If it's too hard, you're nowhere close to yourself, you're too far. Some of us stay on the bottom like tar. Some of us rise up as high as a star. Some of us stay in a melancholy state of mind, looking up and don't try at the bar. Which one of you? 1, 2, or 3? You and yourself need to come to agree. Only opinion that matters is your inner chatter, and that's how it has to just be. Well, yours and the Lord's, of course, but God is what's happening above.
gotta
down here, you
love
gotta love.
yourself. You gotta love yourself. For no one can do it for you. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. For
What's your perception when you look in the mirror and see your reflection? Do you see royalty and perfection? Do you feel loyalty and connection? Do you feel like you're favored with blessings? You're greater than, do you feel less than? What's your biggest fears? What brings you to tears? Your peers, it appears no affection. Or do you feel stressed from the way people looked as you left cause you came with aggression? Or is it the fame and protection you seek that deplete you, defeat you, depression? This song is a pill that I'm giving that's too hard to swallow from deep indigestion. But I hope it leaves an impression and keeps you progressing. The message is you gotta love.
you gotta love yourself.
No one else can do it for you, and you gotta love.
Yeah.
You gotta love.
I am an active listener. I am present. Very knowledge, belly breathe.
And that was my boy Yamasani.
Yeah, I like that. Spiritual love contract. That's what it said on the bottom right, right? Spiritual love contract.
Uh, what did it say? I forgot what it said. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, like it normally that where that little parental advisory tag. It looked like it
Yeah,
says spiritual love content. I like that.
something like that.
I like
Because
that.
yeah, Yamasani is actually a life coach, and
Hmm.
he's a good dude. As a matter of fact, on a non poetry night, I'll definitely bring him up over here so you can interview him and just vibe with him. He is like the
I
coolest
don't
cat.
care. He could be added on a poetry night. I don't care. He could be an extra in there.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know.
he's a cool dude.
Peace, peace, peace. Soul res music in the house. You ain't gonna get me with that newbie talk about so no governments. I seen you on the other podcast. Everybody kept shouting your name out.
He was straight calling him out.
Yeah, he was like, we don't do governments, newbie. But appreciate y'all jumping in. But so y'all know since uh we can't get beloved to get back in, I just want to share again that my next venture after this, after we log off, is Partners in Rhyme with Lyrical Vibes, the double feature with myself. And he said 75 cent fine.
Hey, that's still a fine.
I ain't the one that did it. That was them. Look.
Right.
But lyrical vibes on Clubhouse. They have the double feature with Sharita and myself. Uh, Nouns and Verb is going to be an extra room added to their house on Clubhouse. It's actually going on now. They already gotten started, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off so I could jump on in because I have to spit on there and get interviewed myself.
No doubt.
So, but I'm definitely gonna bring bruh back on because he was just getting started, just kicking in. So, he's definitely somebody that the people need to hear, especially, like I said, he's the warrior god. He went up against the odds. They was really counting him out, but he
Right.
showed up and showed out. So that's definitely someone worth hearing and learning from as well. So other than that, appreciate y'all for tuning again. And what's next Friday? What did you say earlier? Next
Next
Friday is
Friday
what?
is the 18th episode, which is every third week. The erotic
Mm.
poetry night.
Mm. Yeah,
Yep.
wait till y'all see who I got on here next week. All right, so y'all be safe. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, peace.